Hey guys, Andy from Addicted to Ships and Trips here. Welcome to my cruise ship review of MSC Armonia. In October 2024, I boarded Armonia for an Aegean adventure from Venice in Italy. Now, if I'm completely honest, I was pretty nervous about sailing on the oldest ship in MSC's current fleet. But were my concerns justified? Stay tuned to find out. Let's start with the embarkation. So this was a quite different check-in process to what I've previously experienced, and that's due to Venice being a city that has a lot of water. It started with the initial document check at the centrally located Venice passenger terminal, and next I hopped on the people mover or monorail to the secondary terminal where the baggage was handed over. Once the baggage was handed over, we were guided to a holding area before boarding a boat, which then took us to the ship. The whole process was quite long, but a lot of this was due to the strict measures enforced in the city of Venice. From start to finish, it probably took about 90 minutes or more before I stepped onto Armonia. Because of this, I'm not sure that I would sail from Venice again, as beautiful as it may be. The dining. So, this is the first cruise that I've taken in quite some time where I didn't dine at any of the specialty restaurants. You know what though? I absolutely did not feel like I missed out at all. MSC often get complaints about their food, but on this cruise, I found it superb. Let's focus on the main dining room. I had a little hiccup one lunchtime in the main dining room where I was seated at a table with two other couples who were on different courses to me and each other. So we need to talk about lunch. So I turned up, they sat me at a table with two other couples, both of which spoke different languages, but they made an effort to communicate with each other. Oddly, they were both at different stages of their meals. So one was on their main course, one was on their dessert, and obviously I sat down to order my starter. They were kind of communicating between each other, but I felt like a bit of a spare part because I attempted to start a conversation and it was shut down pretty quickly. So I kept my head in my phone and kept myself to myself and ate as quickly as I possibly could. Then, after placing my order for appetizer, main and dessert, the main came out first, so I sent that back. And then the soup came out, and then the main came back out, and it felt like it was the same one because it was pretty darn cold. But I sucked it up, ate it because I couldn't wait to get out of there quick enough, and then just had the one dessert. I didn't want to stick around for two desserts this time, so I was out of there. So yeah, that was quite the contrasting experience to last night. As for breakfast and dinner though, I found the service and food excellent. There was plenty of choice and almost everything was delicious. I did have one bland paella on Mediterranean night, but that was the only disappointment across the whole 7 nights. And as it was fixed dining, I got to know my waiter, who looked after me wonderfully and made me feel like a valued guest. On to the buffet. Again, a really good experience. I grabbed breakfast here on multiple occasions. I had lunch upon embarkation and dinner one evening. I made a point of serving myself a 3-course meal to see how it stacked up, and oh my gosh, it could have easily have been served in the main restaurant. Added to that, you've also got the delicious pizza station, and it really is delicious. Plus, if that wasn't enough, then there are regular pop-up food stations near the pizza station that would serve pasta dishes cooked to order. The spaghetti with garlic oil and chili flakes was so simple yet completely divine. Almost every day saw a new offering, including puttanesca on one occasion. Want to see my review in written form? Then why not head over to addictedtoships.com. On to the entertainment. So firstly, I want to talk about the entertainment team. They were incredible. I instantly knew from the energy that he delivered on night 1 that I was going to be in for a treat. There were 2 different theme shows in Bar del Duomo almost every evening, whether it be a game show, a silent disco, or a 90s themed party, etc. The team would also pop up around the stage on the pool deck regularly for some really funny games. Their energy and passion was simply infectious. Next, the main theatre. So yes, okay, it took a little while for the shows to get started after they were introduced in several languages, but I found the shows really good, and judging by how busy the theatre was every night, the other guests thought the same. This was one of, if not the hardest working casts I have ever seen. Even when they didn't have a show one evening, they were still involved in the White Night party on the pool deck. And there was also the usual singers in bars around the ship, and all of them seemed to be a pretty talented bunch. The staff. On the whole, they were pretty friendly, engaging and helpful. My room attendant in particular was super helpful and always greeted me by name and asked how my day was going. There was a little issue, but we'll come to that in the accommodation section next. And here is accommodation. So I stayed in a guaranteed inside stateroom on deck 7 forward. Firstly, there was plenty of space for clothes with a double full-length closet. There weren't quite enough hangers, but I brought some with me and I could have asked for more if I needed. There was also a third closet with shelves at the top half and drawers at the bottom, and that was more than enough storage for me. The bed was really comfortable. There were no USBs by the bedside as she's such an old ship, but I consider that a very minor issue. A safe was hidden behind a mirror above the main desk space, and below the TV was a fridge with a fully stocked minibar. And lastly, the bathroom. So this is where most of the issues lay. It had that dreaded clingy shower curtain. Ew. That wasn't the worst thing though, so I needed to ask my room attendant to give the shower walls and the area around the sink a good clean, as there was obvious grime and hair from past guests. To be fair to her, she got to it straight away, and she was very clearly extremely busy, as unlike most lines, there is still a daytime clean and a turn down service at night time as well. She got it resolved very quickly and I was very satisfied. On to the ship condition. Now here is the thing that really took me by surprise. The ship looks in really good condition. I've been on newer ships that look far worse. Apart from the staterooms perhaps looking a little dated, the rest of the ship stands up really well. The bars, restaurants and other public areas look plush, modern and welcoming. And I would never have guessed the ship was built in the year 2001 if I didn't already know. I didn't see any signs of rust or corrosion anywhere. So the final verdict. Would I recommend sailing on this ship, and would I sail on her again? Absolutely, 100%. I saw through any issues because the greatness really outshone everything else. So if you're considering sailing on MSC Armonia, I think you would love this old girl. Do consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're the first to be notified when new content drops. There's a whole load of MSC Armonia content coming your way. Lots more videos for you to catch up on over the last 2 years, and lots more to come. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until the next upload, bye now.